We are learning how to be electric technicians here at DC MotorWerks. Things are a little bit awry.
Surely I thought it was a joke, so I reached out.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. All it actually did was cause issues.
This is what mechanic special really means, is mechanic couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. Hey everyone, and welcome back to DC MotorWerks. And in front of me today, we have a B-Class Mercedes-Benz, and today that stands for broken, because this is a very broken B-Class. And I forget what years they actually made these. This is, I think, a 2014 model. Actually, one of my employees, Paul, purchased this because we are learning how to be electric technicians here at DC MotorWerks. And no, I'm just kidding. We like our old combustion stuff here. I always thought these were pretty neat. And then, like I said, my employee Paul found a great deal on this one. As you can see, it is a mechanic special, so befitting for us. Electric car, does not run. All the problems wrong with it. He found it on our Kryptonite Facebook Marketplace and couldn't help himself, as it was quite the screaming deal. But as you can see, it's got the tow hook on it, and things are a little bit awry. Let's go ahead and look under the hood thing. I don't know. Has all the orange cables we're used to, and it's electric. We don't really know a whole lot about it yet, and we are going to learn with y'all because while all of us were at the dealer, none of us really learned the electric stuff, so lots to learn today. Check this thing out. Again, I always thought these were pretty neat when they came out. They do make gasoline versions of these, but for a couple years in the US here, they were a very limited production. I think only certain states sold them. I'm sure you'll correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but look at that. It's got the flat wood and kind of the normal, you know, entry-level Mercedes trimmings of the time, but check that out. It's got tray tables. On your B-Class, you get tray tables for your children, and if you do Uber or whatever. I think these had like a 60-ish mile range, maybe 80, something like that. And this one's even got the Harman Kardon sound system, and I'll have to pull up the window sticker again, I forget, but it's got regeneration paddles. I think that's what they called it. So you can actually, instead of shift paddles, they're regeneration paddles to change the amount of regenerative braking you get from the electric powertrain. Fun fact is this is actually a Tesla powertrain, as Mercedes back in this time had a controlling or somewhat stake in Tesla. And this exact powertrain that is in this was also used in the RAV4 hybrid and one other one, which we'll ask Paul because he knows more about it than I do, but let's flash to Paul real quick. Paul, what'd you do?
I goofed.
What is this?
Well, you know, back in the day, 2014.
Back in that hurts.
Yeah, pretty old at this point. But Tesla and Mercedes had a nice little venture with a B-Class.
B for broken.
B for the best ever, maybe?
Oh
no.
Goodness.
So
Best class.
sadly, with its 84-mile range, it didn't take too good, and also sticker price of, I think, $46,000. Not too many people, you know, mustered up enough money to buy one.
It is fun to see Benz part numbers, and then you look and it says Tesla right there on the top.
Yeah.
But what is this?
So this is the inverter, and this is the large drive unit, and it's shared between the Model S,
That's what the other one.
the B series, and also the RAV4 electric.
That one I remember.
Yeah.
I remembered all of them except the actual Tesla.
So this is the inverter side, your gearbox, and this is your rotor and your motor.
Can you really call it a gearbox, or is it just like a direct drive?
Well, you call it, yeah.
It's one gear.
Yeah. But sadly, not a limited slip. Maybe if all the powers needs it, but probably not.
Are these your replacement duders?
They are, actually.
Do you want to explain what the original problem was with this thing and why I'm toting this around?
Oh, sure. Okay, so I woke up one day. It was a nice, lovely Saturday morning. I was laying in bed.
This is how it always starts.
Lost on Facebook, and well, I came across a interesting post. It said electric mechanic special. Surely I thought it was a joke, so I reached out.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. So $1,495, and I got this lovely unit, and I was told that it needed a wheel speed sensor and a battery.
So you thought.
After getting it on the trailer, getting it over to the shop, I slapped a 12-volt battery in it, and yeah, I was able to take it out and do a few runs around the lot, and sadly enough, it went into limp home mode, and I got a bunch of lights in the dash, and yeah, had quite a few codes. Number one was the speed sensor here. that goes into this side here, and I had a bunch of coolant all over it.
Those don't go together, right?
But oddly enough, everything I touched, it looked like somebody had just been there. So I think
this is what mechanic special really means, is mechanic couldn't figure out what was wrong with it.
So I think maybe they knew a bit more than they were letting on. But yeah, sadly enough, there was coolant intrusion. These things are notorious for it. And there's actually...
Yeah,
There's a pipe that comes across the top, and it sends coolant right into this guy here. This guy sits in here like so. And then there's a little bit more. I've kind of hacked it up at this point.
This is a training class at the same time.
Anyway, they were brilliant, and they have this long tube that gets heat soaked and whatnot. And yeah, there's a seal that goes in here. And I guess they thought by coolant passing through here and this kind of heat soak thing that maybe it would help with cooling the system. But all it actually did was cause issues. What would happen is this seal in here would get hot, just normal wear and tear, and would roll and push coolant through your motor system.
So that's not supposed to be brown.
No, no. Sadly, it's really the rust that you've got to be concerned with. And you know, you've got coolant here. This is actually your pickup ring here for your speed sensor. And the coolant goes all the way in, soaks all of this, messes up the insulation of the motor. It creeps over here to the inverter side, and yeah, it gets to this
green fuzzy stuff.
Really, really nice guy here. And this is your inverter board. And it actually sticks on the bottom of the inverter side. Well, we got a bunch of corrosion all over the place. And sadly, there's a broken pin. But fortunately, found a nice little kit that'll be able to solder a bunch of new pins in.
See, you can fix Teslas. There are things to fix them.
Yeah.
Can you get this jelly stuff?
You better stop. You can get your fingerprints in there. That's
Who did
fun,
that?
though. I don't know. Maybe the heat did that.
You see the jelly? They didn't do it on the part at the low, low
They did.
places.
They weren't smart. They put something very important at the very bottom. I guess they just thought this would never have a coolant intrusion issue.
That's the part Mercedes was part of.
Yeah, yeah. That was their brilliance, I'm sure.
So what's next? Do you just do you use this and just hide from your problems?
Oh yeah. I put that on in shame for sure. No, so the trick was I had two heaters.
Yeah, our power bill went nuts.
It went up big time for sure. I had two of these sticking in here. I brought this up to about 350 degrees. I had a big blanket on there. It was nice and warm.
Moving blanket. Yeah.
And I ran that for
a
week.
3 days straight. A week?
Yeah. A full week. Sorry. You can bill me.
Oh, thanks.
But
that's what that payroll deduction's for.
There you go.
It was pretty interesting to watch as you heated it and coolant was seeping out of it.
Yeah. So I bought a handy dandy meter, and this one does the insulation, and you're able to test between the terminals inside here, these lugs, there's 3 of them, and you test to the case. Check it every so often until you get more resistance, and finally when you get a beautiful number of, I think, 300 or higher, yeah, it's ready to go. So I was able to achieve that. So then the next trick was to stop the coolant from happening again. You can buy really cool plates online. They're all anodized, look really great.
But we don't do that here.
Out of my budget, I found another kit that was very similar to what I have here. And yeah, basically I welded up this plate, and it's gonna go here so that the windings can still get cooled, but it's gonna completely take all of the coolant passages out of the rotor here.
Which they did do later on from the factory,
Which
right?
they did later, yeah.
We're not doing anything that isn't condoned.
No, I mean, some people like to leave the pipe and do it a little differently, but there's others that do it this way, and I think it works just fine. Chop off this, delete that, and then made this, and then the coolant line will go into here, and then, yeah, got a couple plugs. I think it'll be fine, but unfortunately I did get a few bearing issues here. Had one kind of fall out of it, and so that told me that I had to do the bearings, and I have to pull this wheel off and clean that up, and we'll also do the axle seals just for fun. I don't really feel like splitting the case just yet. I want to make sure that this experiment goes well first, and if I have a little bit of noise after driving it, putting some miles on it, I'll drop it again and have another go at it.
It really wasn't bad to drop out though, right? I left and turned around and it was sitting on this table.
No, yeah, it was a great experience, honestly. Terrified of
Oh yeah, check out this picture.
high voltage circuit, and we took all of our safety precautions. Super safe, no big deal. Basically, you pop the high voltage lug, disconnect the 12 volt battery, remove the key from the car, and give it about 20 minutes to, I guess, go to sleep, and all the capacitors, discharge.
And you put all the stanchions around it.
Oh yeah. We put up cones, and it actually was pretty safe. And yeah, just a few bolts and a couple motor mounts and some wiggling, it fell right out.
So now I can't say that electric cars are trash when they break anymore.
Unfortunately, I don't think so. As long as coolant stays out of it, seems pretty awesome.
We'll find out if this actually is it. But we got parts coming from where? Like Europe and all over.
Yeah, we've got a nice set of bearings coming for this rotor. And they're coming from Europe because here in the States, they like to charge $250 a bearing. And I was able to pick them up in Europe for, I think, $200 for the set.
Isn't that funny? Because Teslas are built here.
It's terrible.
Isn't that funny? Have you seen anything of where this stuff's from? Does it say, like,
That's from
Hungary or
Tesla.
Oh. You know what I mean.
No, I haven't. I did think it was pretty funny. There's Tesla stamps all over it. I do enjoy
with
that,
the
being in a
Mercedes part
Mercedes.
number,
Yeah. I guess my understanding is back in the day, Mercedes did actually help Tesla.
Yeah, they had a stake in Tesla. I forget, 20-some% or something like
Yeah,
that.
so they certainly furthered their advancement.
All the Teslas you get in, it has all the stocks from a Mercedes. And
Oh, God.
feel very familiar, and all the switches and buttons and stuff. But I am actually pretty excited to see if we, and by we I mean him, get this fixed, and then he can just tote me around, drive me to lunch, and it'll be fun. We'll do electric things, and he has a long commute, so it'll be beneficial for that.
Yeah, about 80 miles a day. So hopefully, probably not, but hopefully I can charge it at the house. I have a pretty nice solar array at the house and battery backup and all that. So hopefully this, we'll play with that some. I guess my understanding is it takes a lot of solar to deal with that, but we'll figure it out.
So look, I made it better.
There you go. Nice
So
Teflon wheel.
you need to
Yeah.
do a lot of that.
What was interesting is it did run and drive. It had pretty good power. So, it's probably not necessary to clean all this up, but we like to make it look a little prettier than that.
Yeah, that kind of bugs me.
Yeah, big time. So when purchasing this, I had no idea what this thing was all about. Not a clue. All I knew was it's dangerous, it'll shock you, it'll kill you.
That's kind of where I was at.
Yeah. So after lots and
that
lots
they
of
catch
research.
on fire with all these wonderful cars.
It's fine. We put it out to pasture. It'll be fine out there. Yeah. There's lots of information on this drivetrain, all over the internet.
It is like 12 years old at this point, right? Like,
It is, yeah.
you would think they'd fix one or two.
One or two, yeah. And there's lots of YouTube channels, there really is just so much information out there.
I don't know if it's going to be ours, but...
Yeah. It's quite the experiment. I didn't know that I'd be getting into an electric system quite this way, but, for $1,495.
And that's like all in.
Yeah. Why not?
And I see like dead ones of these go on the auction for like $6-7 grand. So you done
crap.
good. That means you did good.
Oh, I thought you were saying we're going to start buying these up for dirt and fixing them. God, I hope not.
If this works, maybe we can talk about it.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a DC electric certified.
No. If you have an electric car, don't bring it to us. This is an experiment.
But
we're having fun.
But Tessades.
I like that. It is American German. It is funny though. You've got the Alabama plant making American cars, but then you've got the B series coming from Europe with an American drivetrain.
It's built in Europe?
It's kind of ironic, yeah.
Really? I'm learning something new every day.
There you go.
But if you like what you see here, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and on the next episode, we'll see if Paul fixed the B-Class.